guys, so we've just arrived at the place and this is our room. I'm gonna take you around really quickly and just show you this room, but I have to just say that we've stayed in these other places before that are kind of similar to this, but I must say I'm super impressed by this room compared to the other places we've stayed in Sweden. I think this one is really good, and I'll tell you whether it's good to sleep in after, but let me just show you around quickly. So we are back after our hike. It took us 3 hours, but we went really slow and we stopped for lunch and fika. The trail is nice, but I would say that there were a lot of these routes along the trail, which is quite common, but there were a lot. And because it's wet outside, it's a little bit more difficult to keep your balance. It's quite slippery, and then you have to look where you're going, so you have to be quite concentrated on the path, which for me takes away a little bit of the time that you could look around and enjoy where you are. But it was really fun. I think it's very beautiful. So yeah, if you're ever in this area, I would suggest and recommend hiking or take a vandring in the Två Skyttlar område. stayed in is called Två Skyttlar, like you know, and as you've seen it now, you've seen basically the area around it, you've seen the food that we had, and then a little bit of the accommodation as well, and just what it looks like. It's a really sweet place. In Swedish we would say that it's mysigt. It's very cozy. It's especially like at this time of the year, I think in winter, it's so nice to go away and have a weekend like what we just did. So I think I said this before, but it was basically a package. So we booked, or we paid for like per person. And I think the cost obviously varies, but it was around 150 euro per person. And so you paid that for the night, and you got like a proper lunch. And as you saw in the lunch, it was quite substantial because we got like a meal. It was like a salad, and then we got drinks, we got fruit, nuts as a snack, tea, coffee, and water. And then, I mean, that's quite a lot of food, I think, in Sweden. Food is expensive, so it's including the food, the accommodation, and then obviously just getting to walk around. It was actually, I think, quite well worth the price. And then we got dinner after that. It was a 3-course meal, which was really good. Dinner was really, really good. It was the first time I ate something called yurt, which is, I think it's deer meat, and it was really good. It was so well prepared. So they kind of marinated it with cloves. In Swedish it's called nelika. So basically it's and cloves is a very common Indian spice, so we use that a lot in our cooking. So yeah, I think overall we really enjoyed the food, and then, you know, breakfast was really nice as well. This was a very typical traditional Swedish kind of breakfast. So there's a lot of like the cold section, which has, you know, cheese and ham. There was also like pate as well. So it was a really good broad selection for the typical like cold breakfast is what we would probably call it. So in English, I think you would call it a continental breakfast. And yeah, but it's obviously not, it's very specific to Sweden, like the types of things we have are kind of Swedish. But anyway, it was really, really good. We had pancakes for dessert at breakfast. It was good. It was great. So it was a wonderful experience. I highly recommend this place. If you are in Sweden, if you live in Sweden, if you haven't been there, honestly, it's really cool. It's cool if you take kids with you as well. There are activities. And you could also use the hot tub, which we didn't do because we just didn't have time. We didn't feel like it. But it's also really cool, especially in the colder days. You can just go down and you can enjoy the hot tub. So I highly recommend it. Två Skyttlar was awesome. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any ideas for future videos, anything you want to see, or if you have any questions,